Welcome everybody back to the channel. It is Drop Gems. We're here to drop another gem today, and it is The Thing 2011. 2011's The Thing. Wow. So yeah, here it is. The Thing, the prequel to John Carpenter's cult classic, or classic straight up sci-fi horror. Here it is. This is a movie I wanted to talk about, and I've always just didn't get a lot of the criticism of this movie to the extent that it's gotten. And I'm going to explain why. I'm going to talk about why I like this movie. I'm going to try to concentrate on this movie. I'm not going to compare it to John Carpenter's The Thing. I'm not going to compare it to anything else about The Thing. It's a prequel to The Thing, so it has a foundation to start with, and we meet up with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, however you want to, and Joel Edgerton, whatever. All right, let's. I don't even want to name the cast. They do a great job. They play their part, like I say. They do what they're paid to do, which is act and convince me of their parts, convince me of what they're doing is real, and they do that. So props off, hats off to them. Salute to that. And let's get to this. So, like I said, like I always do in every one of my videos, we are going to go through the plot on Wikipedia, and there's nothing really else I want to cover. I mean, I do want to cover a little bit on Wikipedia, honestly, but let's cover a couple things. Let's go right into this meat of this shit, to The Thing, and let's transform. So let's talk about this. The Thing, I wanted to point this out on Wikipedia. The Thing premiered in October of 2011, which is a good month to release this movie, and it was released a couple days later, and the film was a commercial flop, guys, grossing $31.5 million against a $38 million budget. So this is going to be, if I didn't already say it, which I didn't, is going to be an awesome review rant, because I'm tired of just ranting on movies so badly that we're going to do an awesome review rant. I'm going to defend this movie. I will defend this movie to the end. I can handle the truth. So let's go for it. Let's talk a little bit about this. And like I say, in any one of my videos, if you have a problem with one of my opinions, or you have another opinion, please put it down there, or another thought, or point something out that I didn't mention or didn't think of, or please comment, guys. I want this in my brain. I want more knowledge. I want to eat your brains and gain the knowledge. So that's what I want to do. So let's go to this movie. This movie here tries to impart some knowledge to you about the previous, what happened to the previous Norwegian team, or the previous scientists. They're Norwegian out there, of course, and they are out in Antarctica, and they're gonna explain to you. I know, gets a lot of shit. They're gonna explain to you what happened to the team previous, that you find in the first film, in John Carpenter's. They come stumbling upon him, one dude's. Anyways, let's get to the meat of this shit. So, performances, let's just talk about performances, guys. Cast, acting, good. Believed it, like I said, I mentioned that. So good. Right in the beginning of this movie, it's good. They got a good little thing going on. And they keep waiting. Now they keep it that way. But listen, could they have done without the CGI? Of course they could have done without that. That's the whole problem here, is that they're relying too much on crazy shit CGI, which is total shit CGI. If you're gonna use CGI, do it. Do it sparingly, do it convincingly. If you're gonna, I'm gonna talk about that. Let's just go on to this. Obviously they could have been more practical, but there's a really cool CGI scene. Here it is, with this guy getting his face morphed, with the Thing. And that is it's not original, but you know what I'm saying, guys. That was something we haven't seen before in a movie or in the movies. Look at that shit. How he morphed his face. You felt that dude's fade. Oh, so cool, that part. So cool. We're going to point out a couple more things. So let's go. Like I said, that's good right there. So this movie flopped at the box office, as you see, because straight up, like I don't do in every one of my, or I try not to do, I might reference or flash reference these movies previous, their predecessors or what have you. But yeah, I try not to compare them when I'm watching them or talking about them, because that's what happens. That's when you fuck up, because you're always gonna get the shit end of the stick when it comes to that comparisons. And you don't want to compare anything to anything because you'll never win it. It's not fair. So I just let this movie try to stand on its own, and that's what I did back in 2011 when I saw this movie, bootlegging it. Trying to download this thing from a website, streaming it with all those pop-up ads and all that, trying to get it done, and it would buffer and all that. But it was so worth the wait to buffer it and wait at the time, and yeah, it was to me because the movie does its own thing. Then again, what's coming, what kind of to expect, so it's a friendly face. That's what it is. It's like a friendly face. You're like relieved. You're like, okay, this movie's good, man. Like the opening, like it's good, and you watch it, and yeah, like I said, there's a CGI scene here that with this chick that really fucks it up, but takes you out of the movie, of course, doesn't bring but they bring you back. Props off, like I said to the actors here, especially Elizabeth. She just, she holds the movie together, and Joel kind of too, because you like his character, Joel Edgerton there. You like his character, and you want to know what happened to him. So it's cool. Is he going to survive? Is he going to turn into the Thing? Is he the Thing or not? So they keep you guessing and stuff like that, and I like that. So we're going to cover the plot here. I think I've gave you a little bit. Now let's talk about. I want to defend it a little further than if you didn't think that was enough. So we'll talk about, like I said, that one scene. You already mentioned that. Blah blah blah. I'm not going to rehash myself. So fuck that. Like I said, it keeps you guessing. It keeps you wanting more to see what happens. It doesn't disappoint you too much. Yeah, there's disappointing scenes in there, especially the helicopter scene as well. When the guy's face splits open, it's fucking stupid. They make it look cool in the trailer, but it's not. It's dumb. It's shitty CGI. Get off of it. But they do put some. Oh, I can't believe it just made 31 million. But I read that here, I believe, briefly, that it made about 10 million off rentals and DVDs at the time. And like I said, people were downloading, probably, getting it off the net. So can't even counter that in. But yeah. So the movie, like I said, brings a lot to the table. It does. Now the question is, does it bring anything new than John Carpenter's The Thing back in, I believe, '82 or something like that? Whatever. I'm not gonna look that shit up. We're just focusing on The Thing 2011, giving its attention that it deserves. So yeah. Anyways, no, of course not. I mean, they don't want to follow verbatim the other previous movie. Of course, you never want to do that, or you put yourself on the same boat as it. But it shows it's cool because it's like a magazine or book that follows up on the one story that was successful, and you want more of it, and it comes out the next month or something. We get this the next years. 30 years later or whatever it is, we get the movie finally. So if you're a fan of The Thing, you're a fan of John Carpenter's The Thing, or John Carpenter, whatever it may be, even you could, because if you're a fan of The Thing, you're gonna like this movie, and you're gonna want to see this movie, and you're gonna want to watch it. And yes, you're gonna compare it to The Thing a little bit, but it's its own prequel. See, so it's happened before The Thing, so you want to know what happened in that Norwegian base camp, and you get to see. So I like that they have a good foundation to work with, and they do well with it because you believe these characters, and you believe what they're doing, that they believe what they're doing. And there's a part here where the Elizabeth's character Winstead is told off by the doctor, whatever. He comes and asks us right in the beginning, hey, listen, we found this ship, and we want you to come check this out. We want you to come research it. You're the most qualified, obviously. But when she gets to the base camp and tries to examine the alien itself, he shrugs her off. He gives her the cold shoulder, so to speak. There, obviously, no point intended. But, and man, it's like, why? Like, why would he do that? Like, is it just to downgrade her in front of? And that's what it is, because I think she mentions that, or she has the look about that. And it's like, well, why? Why did he ask her in the first place then, and be all nice if he didn't want to respect her opinion at all on anything? So I don't know why they do that. Maybe they just make they hate that character more, the other doctor guy, and he deserve what's coming to him when the Thing attacks him finally. and you do want them to attack them because they set it up that way. But you don't need to do that because the thing is, see, back in we won't even talk about it because you want to like you for the most part you like the characters involved. Um, so that's it, man. Like I said, I mentioned the bad things. I mentioned the good things. Let's go to the plot. Fuck this. This movie is starting to stress me out actually a little bit. So I don't know how I'm gonna do here. Let's see. See what my feelings happen to be here. In the winter. So anyways, blah blah blah. They take you to the previous movie. They take you back in time. It's supposed to be 1982. They do well. I do. I love the atmosphere. Who doesn't love the cold and the snow and the who doesn't love that? Who doesn't? Of course you do. So, anyways, they take you back there, and when they take you back there, oh gosh, I gotta get prepared again, guys. I'm sorry, I need breathers like timeouts, like the fucking NBA. Throw me in a towel, wipe my face, get some Gatorade, some shit right here. Anyways, they go to they just basically start with Winstead here, and they're like, listen, we found the spaceship. They find this in the beginning of the movie. It's a cool little scene. They're telling a joke in Norwegian. I don't know if you like to read subtitles or not. If it annoys you or not, but it's a good little scene because it's good. Try to remember that joke, but that I can't for the life of me. Anyways, they drop down this glacier and they find this. Three guys find this ship they've been looking for this for a while. So they finally find it. They find an alien in the ice. They bring it back. Whatever. And they find this alien. They say, listen, we need more hands. We need more knowledge. We need more brains with this fucking thing. Where do we go? Okay, we go to America, right? I don't know. Go to an American, Elizabeth. So Elizabeth convinces us that she's the scientist. Yeah, she does, man. She does her part. She researches her role, I'm sure, before taking this on and does well. So I like it. I like her in the Kurt Russell role, so to speak. I like it. I like her. I like it. It works. She does great. Give this woman some credit. Fuck off. Oh, gosh. Anyways, she goes, she agrees, and she takes a friend along as well, as you see, the guy that gets morphed. And, yeah, so soaked up, so to speak, soaked up by the thing. And yeah, so she goes and, agrees. They want to examine the alien and all that shit. One night, this fucking thing breaks out, boy. And it breaks out and it's on the loose and you don't know who's the alien or not. You know what I mean? It's more action based, honestly, fast paced, or way fast paced based, more so than the original thing. But yeah, it's a fast paced movie. I like that about this movie. It keeps me engaged. That the pacing of this movie, great job on that, and it's good writing, it's good dialogue. I want to know what they got to say. It's a good way to figure out who's the thing. You do catch on to it. At first, when I first watched the movie, I'm going to be honest, 100%, I didn't catch on to how, when the bathroom scene with her, when she saw the silver on the ground or whatever it was. But it's a cool new way to tell who's the thing without doing the blood test. So we got to give it to this movie's writers and the director and, the actors for making this. And they didn't have any CGI in these scenes. These are acting scenes like the previous movie. So, or any movie. It's a good in any movie. It was good for any movie on its own. It stood on its own. Give this movie credit when it stands on its own. Do not compare it. It stands on its own as a good movie. It's cool. If you haven't seen the original Thing, don't see it then. See this first, and then go see the original Thing. Because trust me, you'll like it. It's more fast-paced, more modern. More, just more cool. The characters you will like, and they're relatable, and you can't even, if half the times you got to read subtitles, and that's the thing. You still like them, and you still know them and what they're feeling. So well done, well done. Let's go through the plot. In the winter, blah blah. Like I said, back on track. She lands there. She meets these people. They get the thing back. It explodes out. It takes over a couple people. She figures out how to tell who's the thing or not. Mr. Joe here, the helicopter pilot, of course, the only one who can fly helicopters, is crashed. And you don't know if he's the thing or not. He gets back miraculously, and with his friend there. So since his friend comes back, you got to think one of them is, I don't know. I'm not even going to get into that shit. I want to get through this rant. So this movie review, fuck Rant, I've been on it long enough. And anyways, they get back to the cabin and they all want to, test who's the thing. You find out who's the thing. And like I said, there's that cool scene with this dude right here. Just getting his face squishied. It's so good. It makes me feel a type of way. I like that. Good. So anyways, they get back, blah, 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 blah. and the thing is going to chase. They separate finally, and they're going to chase these things around. Chase these humans around and all that. And basically, what happens is, you know, they got the Elizabeth there and Mr. Joel, and they are, last two left, man, last two men standing, basically, and it's cool because at the end you realize that Joel is the one of the things. She realizes it. And how does she do that? Like she did previously in a couple scenes previous. The silver, the copper, whatever, the lead, the material that was foreign was not able to be reanimated by the thing. So she saw that he's missing his earring in his ear. So great, cool, man. And it ends on that note or what have you. So, I'm just gonna just cut this shit off. Gonna cut it off. But it was a good movie, worth a one-time watch. Please watch it one time. You will like it, and that's it. I've watched it multiple times. Just to have it on replay. Try to download it, just keep it going and going and going. It was a very good movie to me. So that's why I'm talking about it. So yeah, watch this fucking movie. You'll enjoy it for a late night sesh. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Lates.